take an original song by, let's say, One Direction and fucking it up. You know?
I must say,
because you have some original material, you know?
Never in a million years did I think that we would be talking about One Direction in this interview. Hello and welcome to Producer Spotlight number 10. Today I am incredibly excited to be joined by the amazing Alexander Odden and Michael Parsberg, aka the Pegboard Nerds.
Hey man.
Hey.
Now no full introduction is really necessary here, but if you haven't heard any of their tracks, you need to go check them out because they are awesome. Now, for those of you who are new to my Producer Spotlights, the questions I ask will be partly focused on the music, but also focused on the person, or rather people, behind the music, because it's a bit more interesting. So, starting with the basics, I guess, what DAW do you prefer to use, and do you both agree on the same one, or do you prefer different ones?
You mean the software we use to produce?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. We use Ableton.
Yeah, Ableton Live.
And we agree on that, I think.
Yeah. For now.
Now, something that not everyone will know, I think, is the huge amount of experience that you both have in producing. For example, and I hope I'm right in saying this, but the Bongo song by Safri Duo, was that produced by you, Michael?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a huge track. And I mean, I don't want to make you feel old, but I remember being about 10 when that came out. So I guess I can say I've been your fan for 12 years now. So yeah, what got you guys into producing then, would you say?
Music. Yeah.
Music, just a love of music.
It's just love music, and we're geeks, you know, or nerds, actually. It's just like
Funny that.
Gadgets, equipment, fiddling around with electronic devices and making sounds, having fun. You know, music is about having fun, and we have a lot of fun. Yeah.
So what did you start out on?
Technically, or you know, we in the beginning, you know, in the 90s, there was like no DAWs at all. Everything was hardware sequencers and samplers. Everything was hardware based. We have a lot of old equipment. I mean, you would know the amount of time and money we spent on getting hands on old weird equipment.
I guess that's something that producers nowadays take for granted, that you've got it all there in a program.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, in the old days it could take months and months to gather all the right equipment and sounds to make a song. And now, if you don't have it within 2 minutes, fuck it, I'll just download it.
So, according to your website, you guys met in 2005. So, how did you go from meeting to then creating the Pegboard Nerds?
Well, it's sort of a long story, obviously, since it's many years back. But I mean, Michael heard some of my music, and he got in touch with me, and we started making basically a lot of remixes and some productions together. But after some time, we decided that we wanted to make our own music, and not so much remixes anymore. We still do remixes, obviously, but there's more of a focus on our own ideas and own tracks.
Yeah, so would your advice to, say, aspiring producers be to maybe start out doing remixes to build up a name for yourself, or because they're quite good for exposure, aren't they?
Yeah, well, the good thing about starting with remixes is that you get some material to work with.
Yeah, you don't have to create melodies, harmonies, and stuff like that, vocals or whatever. You don't have to do that yourself. You have the tools to learn. So it's obviously a very good idea, you know, to take an original song by, let's say, One Direction and fucking it up. You know,
I must say,
because you have some original material, you know.
Never in a million years did I think that we would be talking about One Direction in this interview.
I mean, it's just for fun though, but it's, you know, you can actually take anything and create something new and exciting with it. That's what music is about, you know. It's like, and for remixes, you know, when we do a remix, for example, we don't want to do, let's say, take a dubstep track and remix it into dubstep again. Why would we do that? That makes no sense. So take one song, remix it into something else. That's what a remix is about. It's about redoing arrangements and sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean,
it's good training, you know, for an aspiring producer. That's really good training. Yeah.
And you guys have definitely got the art of a remix nailed with the success of the Make It Bundem remix, the Cruella remix of the remix of Alive. They've all been pretty huge tracks for you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience coming together over many years to create those.
So you obviously produce in the whole spectrum of genres, but do you have a favourite genre to work with?
I don't know. Do we?
No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously we both have our favorites, you know, personal flavor stuff, but we just like to do what we feel is right. You know, if it's a drum and bass track, well, great. If it's a house track, great. If it's whatever, you know, if we just feel the vibe, it's all about feelings when you listen to a track. You know, if you get the goosebumps, you know you're there, and that doesn't matter if it's ambient or if it's mumbaton or whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah, they each have their own qualities that we like. For example, the slow, funky beat that you get with mumbaton or mumbacore.
Yeah.
I mean, dubstep got its characteristics, like with the halftime beats and that, and drumstep or drum and bass is more fast-paced. So we like all of them.
Okay. Do you have a favourite track that you guys have made so far?
Well, yes and no, because you know, we've been with Pegboard Nerds. You know, when we started Pegboard Nerds, we were sick and tired of making. You know, we've been doing more than 200 remixes, and more than half of them we never wanted to play ourselves. So we were actually sick and tired of making tracks that we didn't even want to play ourselves as DJs.
Okay.
And that just makes no sense whatsoever. So we just wanted to make tracks that every track should be a track that we would say, God damn it, I want to play this.
Yeah, I want to play that.
Okay, brilliant.
So obviously we like all of them, but I have a favorite. Sure.
What is it?
I can't. I mean, for me, Fire in the Hole is the funkiest track ever, and I love it.
Brilliant. So you've kind of skyrocketed into the EDM Hall of Fame, and you're supporting Knife Party, I believe, in an upcoming show.
Yeah.
But have you ever come across any other producers and been a bit starstruck? Are there any of them that you were kind of really looking forward to meet?
Well, we look forward to meet anyone.
Everybody, you know. It's not anything particular, I guess. I mean, of course, it's you get a little starstruck when you meet someone like Knife Party, when you look up to them and think they really have quality productions. But it's not as a person. You know, It's more the music that they actually do, which we are starstruck by.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, we would be starstruck with anyone if it was Someboy or Kill the Noise or Dr. Dre, to take something completely different. I mean, even Simon Cowell. I mean,
yeah.
You can think of him what you want, but he's got quality in his field, and music is about quality. And it doesn't matter if it's old pots or...
I'm loving the references today. You've got One Direction and Paul Potts in.
Yeah, but you know, that's what music is about. It's about quality, and if you don't like what you hear, press stop.
Yeah.
Good call.
That's what it's all about.
Now, 2012 was a huge year for you guys, but what would you say is the craziest moment so far?
In 2012?
Or throughout your career?
For me, there's not like one single moment. There are like multiple moments, each in their own feel great. I guess. Of course, it was a great moment when we were asked to come and play in London with, again, Hive Party. That was a great moment.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, each and every bit of news we get every week, it all adds up to being one big moment.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So I think if you call us in 30 years, maybe we can tell you.
Okay. And it seems like only a few weeks ago, really, that you released 20k, and now you're almost at 50k. So can we expect something when you hit 50k, or are you not allowed to discuss that yet?
We've been talking about it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It seems obvious, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. There will probably be something.
Okay. I'll look forward to it.
We'll see.
Now, Alex, I've had a bit of a stalk on your Facebook profile, and it's pretty obvious that you lift, bro. So, do you find it hard to balance, to both of you, do you find it hard to balance your commitments as a producer and the demanding schedule that brings with things like friends and family and the gym?
Yeah, it's straining on it puts a strain on the family relationship, obviously, because when you travel and you spend so much time in the studio, you gotta focus and be where you are. So if you're home with the family, spend time with them, and when you're in the studio, you focus and put quality time into it.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have anything else to add?
No, it's your life.
Now, I have a couple of questions from Facebook. First of which is from GXVM, who asks, would you consider doing a live stream of you in the studio showcasing your creative process for making a track?
We've been discussing that as well. A million times, yes, but the time should just be right, and yeah, I think it's just about doing it the right moment, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Electrolyte asks, who is your biggest inspiration?
You start.
The biggest inspiration. Again, that's a tough one, and I mean, there are many, and for various reasons, at least to me, I can't really tell you one name and say this is the biggest inspiration ever. Music is my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life.
Yeah.
It sounds corny, but that's what it's about,
Yeah.
If you go down the street, or we when we've been playing or walking in the street and we hear a crazy sound, or Alex makes a joke or something, we get, hey, that would be great to make something like this and that, and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
And with the 20k track, that was. It was just obvious, 20k, and we saw the movie Warriors and that fabulous speech he did in that movie. Okay, that it just made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, to make something that we like it when ideas come together like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want names, then I guess many names from back in the day. You got everything from The Prodigy, Chemical Brothers, Daft Punk, what are they called? like Crystal Method, and like you got the whole trance thing in the 2000s with Ferry Corsten and Armin and all those guys. Tiesto, yeah. And these days, obviously, it's all the top names within the EDM scene. All of them, we like all of them. They're good for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you remember the first dubstep song you heard? Or the song that got you into dubstep?
Yep.
What was that?
That was the what's it called? It was a Skrillex remix, and so some might argue that it's not real dubstep, but who cares?
Exactly.
It was A60 Lady.
Ah, okay.
That was this tune that made me go, "Wow, can music like this exist?"
Yeah.
And then I was sold. I don't know. What was you? I think
for my part it was Alex, because at the time we were doing more like house and trance and Dutch sounding stuff,
okay,
and pop and everything. And Alex, he said, "Hey, just listen to this," and then we started listening to crazy stuff like Pendulum Noisia, and I was still not that hooked.
Okay.
I always loved drum and bass, especially the early '90s drum and bass stuff. And then Alex said, "Hey, we gotta do this. This is the real thing." Okay, let's do it. And I mean, I just like good music, so for me, if it's Skrillex or if it's whoever people think are cool, I like it. If it's good, I like it. And I have to say that Alex maybe was the introduction for me.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favourite song at all then?
From the scene in general, or
yeah, just in general, do you have a favourite?
I have to say one that I really like right now is Dr. P, Spaghetti.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
The Spaghetti track is really amazing. We love that. Oh, and we also like the we had a lot of the crafty cuts stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He has a funky vibe, like an old school approach to doing things, and we like that. Maybe that's because we're old.
Yeah, I guess. But also the Power Glove track from Knife Party is also really great. Reminds us both of like the old rave tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rave. I think it's right now it's really difficult to say which direction things will go, but I think we have the feeling that this screeching, noisy, bro step kind of thing is not really the future.
Okay.
Of the music.
It's being done to death at the moment.
I agree.
It's like everybody wants to sound like Avicii or Swedish House Mafia or something like that. And I mean, I think right now everybody wants to do that, and with all the tutorials on the internet and all the sample packs and presets and whatever, you can actually sound like Skrillex in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You have a fast internet connection.
Did you see actually about the that someone put up a fake leaked version of the new Daft Punk album that was just Avicii levels for all 13 tracks?
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun.
So if
see how many times it was downloaded?
Yeah, it was over 30,000 when I checked, but I don't know how. If you could collaborate with any producer or vocalist, I mean, you kind of could. I mean, I can't see many people turning down the chance to work with you at the moment. So, but any producer or vocalist, alive or dead, who would you want to work with?
I bored it. Tough question again.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain, maybe.
Any reason for Shania Twain there?
No, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
We're at the Plug DJ thingy, and then we were like asked to play something, and just for jokes we played this. Just played Shania Twain tracks.
Did you play "Man, I Feel Like a Woman"? Did you get that one out?
Exactly.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
There's so many. I mean, it's difficult to say. You know, it would be great to make something with an old geezer like Paul Oakenfold, or maybe even yes, like Tristan. You know, from the younger perspective. You know, there's a lot of people. You know, and we actually get inspired by a lot of people. You know, we would love to do something with Tiny Temper.
Okay, yeah, cool. You're actually the first people not to say noisier when I asked that question, and I did wonder if anyone would ever not say noisier, so congrats on that.
Well, yeah, but noisier are good, so
yeah,
we wouldn't say
we wouldn't say no.
There's, I mean,
so who would be your favourite act to go and see live?
Noisier, maybe.
There we go.
No, I think I really would love to see. It's not possible now, but I would have loved to see Pendulum.
Okay. Well, I don't know, if you talk to them nicely and put in a few good words, you might be able to get the reunion on the go.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, Prodigy. I mean, that would be great. Yeah. The last time I saw them was in 1992, so that's many years ago. Yeah. And that was in Frankfurt.
So I
would have loved to see Prodigy like in their
the primes. Yeah.
The huge raves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if one day they decided to make Pegboard Nerds the movie, who would you cast to play each of you in it?
For me, Jack Black.
Okay.
Do you have one for me as well?
Yeah, I think I might, yes.
Go on, who's playing Alex?
Who could be Alex? There's a few, actually. But, I think Jim Carrey, maybe. Would be funny.
Wow, okay.
That could be a funny one, or yeah, Jim Carrey. He would portray me perfectly.
Okay. Getting a good idea for Alex there then. Bit quirky, bit crazy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, it could. Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. Wow. Okay. So, what can we expect next from you then? I mean, we heard a preview of This Is Not the End. What can we expect?
Lots of new music. Probably a few unexpected things.
Okay.
Probably.
I mean, that's what we like to do. We like to be unpredictable.
Unpredictable, yeah.
But not just for the sake of being unpredictable, but I mean, it just happens naturally through us loving
all kinds of music. The problem with being a project like this is that people expect something, you know. For the people who love Disconnected, they expect more in that genre, and for people who like the drum step or the dubstep stuff, they want something in that direction. But we don't want to make Self-Destruct Part 2. No.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
But that's the beauty of what you guys have done, is that you've shown that you can produce in all these different genres, so people don't necessarily expect it to always be dubstep, whereas if you're an artist that's always putting out dubstep tracks, then yeah, you create something of a scope for yourself.
Yeah, we're very happy with that.
Yeah.
That's what the, yeah.
But, I mean, regardless of what people think, we will make what we like. It's just a cool bonus to have so many people.
And then we just cross our fingers that everyone else will like it too.
Yeah. Well, so far so good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far so good, I guess. But yeah, upcoming are many tunes, and EP.
There's an EP coming, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Brilliant.
And some. I think we can say that a few collabs is in the making.
Yeah.
Awesome. Finally, do you have any advice for the... I'm assuming there'll be quite a lot of producers watching this, so do you have any advice for them?
Keep going.
Yeah. Keep going.
Try harder.
Yeah, that's it.
Make your homework.
Do your homework. Clean up your room.
Yeah. Treat your mom nice.
Yeah.
No, but there's, people, it seemed today that many are looking for like a quick fix for making music. But I mean,
it doesn't exist.
If it gets any quicker now, you don't have to do anything anymore. But there's no quick fix for getting good at music. It's just sitting it through, doing it every day for many years.
Yeah. It takes time. It takes a long time. For those who are really talented and naturals, it may not take that long time. Look at me, I'm old, and it took me 20 years to reach this point. Alex, he's a bit younger than me. It took him less time because he's just a little bit more. He's a little better than I am.
And because he met you, right?
Yeah.
Props.
But I mean, you see young guys like Avicii, for example. He's a young guy. Skrillex is not that old either. He has a lot of success, or they have a lot of success, and they are good at what they are doing. And then there's other guys like Tiesto or like David Guetta. These guys, they're like 50 years old, or very close to being 50. They could be your dad. So
that'd be great if Tiesto was my dad. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, they're awesome, right? So I think it's just about, first of all, you have to like what you do.
Yeah.
You can hear it in the music. If you do something that you actually don't like, and we tried that, we experienced that on our own. That if you don't like it, the music doesn't shine.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter if it's Gangnam Style or Harlem Shake or whatever. That's it's, if you like it, the music will glow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
From a more like technical standpoint, there's just learning by doing. Really, I mean, we get guys chatting or texting us on Facebook saying, "I started making music 3 months ago and I'm still not getting anywhere. How long have you been doing this?" And I say like 16 years.
Yeah.
And then the conversation ends.
It takes time.
I mean, you don't have to. It doesn't take 16 years to get good.
I think,
but it takes a few years.
It does, and I think
it only takes a week to be really good, but it's after the 16 years that week comes. It's like when getting drunk. It only takes one beer to get drunk, and that's number 25.
Sorry, you were saying?
I was just gonna say, I think with platforms like Monster Cat and that kind of thing, it does give people that kind of fast track to becoming a lot more popular and getting the attention that they're hoping for from a lot earlier on.
Yeah, it does. We think Monster Cat is a great platform because you got a lot of like young guys there, new guys, and they're having this huge platform to showcase their music on.
Yeah. And it's good because they're not just limiting themselves to one genre within EDM. They are covering the whole spectrum to give
as well. It's
awareness
perfect.
across them all. Thank you so much for joining me. I honestly can't say how awesome it is for me to get to meet you guys because I have so much respect for your music, and thank you to your manager Jesper as well for helping organise it, and it's been great.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Cheers. Have a great Easter Monday.
You too.
You too, man.
Cheers.
Don't make too many jokes.
And I look forward to all the upcoming tracks.
Thanks.
We do too.
Cheers. Take care, guys.
Yeah, take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.